What's up, y'all? Stan Almighty, and I'm back with another power video. This video is called How Tasha Turned Tariq into a Son Husband. Now, for some of you, the term son husband may be a brand new term, but I'm going to explain what a son husband is. A son husband is a son who has parents. For whatever reason, the mother and the father are not together anymore. And then the mother, for whatever reason, whether it's sinister or it's not sinister, whether it's selfish or it's not selfish, whether she's conscious of what she's doing or whether she's not conscious of what she's doing, she forces her son to grow up too fast and really makes him feel like, or encourages him to think that he has no choice but to assume the role that his father was supposed to assume for his family, especially if he has siblings, okay? Now, this usually leads to the son making mistakes, the son having a weird relationship with his mother. This does not lead to positive productivity of said son, okay? And if you ask me, Tasha, not Ghost, ruined Tariq's life. Now, of course, we're probably going to see Tariq ride off into the sunset in some way, form, or fashion. Or he'll just get killed, right? If he gets killed, it's even more of a blame on Tasha. Now, without further ado, I'm going to explain how Tasha turned Tariq into the son husband that you see him now, where he thinks that Tasha was the brains of the organization. He thinks that Tasha did no wrong and Ghost was the wrong person just because he chose to follow his heart and be with the woman who he loved before he even met their mom, even though he planned on not hiding Angela from them, you know. But let's talk about it, okay? The very first episode of OG Power, Ghost lets Tasha know that he's planning to transition out of the game. What does Tasha say? She thought and she wants Ghost to be the biggest drug dealer in New York City, okay? She fell in love with Ghost. Angela fell in love with who Ghost always wanted to be, which is James St. Patrick, Jamie. The man on the straight and narrow. The man who came from the streets but made something of himself and lives a legit life. That's what Ghost always wanted for himself. Somehow along the way, Tasha lost sight of that. That was the moment, right then and there, that Ghost said, this is not the woman for me. Now, he probably still would have stayed with Tasha, you know, for a little bit longer before he left. Probably. But it just so happened that night, he sees the love of his life. The person he could never let go in his heart. Angela. He sees Angie. He says, you know what? I'm not going to miss an opportunity on love. Now, of course, he went about it the wrong way. But let's talk about how this leads to Tariq being a son husband. Now, when Ghost started messing around, by the way, Tasha cheated first. All she did was see Ghost talking to Angie, and then she went and played with herself in the car and took her thong off and put it on Sean's head while he was driving, almost made him crash and all of that, right? But that really happened. Go ahead, that happened in the episode, right? But Tariq becomes a son husband the minute Ghost leaves the house to try to what? Be happy. Okay? What does Tasha do? Tasha's dealing with Sean, but Tasha refuses to sit the kids down and say what she should have said, which is that although things are going to be hard Me and your father are not together anymore. Your father loves another woman who he loved before me, and although it hurts, although it's gonna hurt you kids to see your parents not be together, although it may hurt to not see your father in the house every morning, your father loves you very much. And although he's not perfect, he loves you very much, and he provided a very comfortable and safe life for y'all. Do not hate your father. But instead, what does she do? She vents about how much Ghost is such a terrible person. When Tariq start acting out, she don't put her foot in Tariq's ass, okay? When Tariq start acting grown and he run around with Kanan and he trying to sell drugs, he trying to be a trapper, Ghost did what a parent's supposed to do. Use all of his power to try to keep his son on the straight and narrow. What does Tasha do? Because she wants more money in her life. Because she don't want to lose the luxury in her life. She encourages Tariq to be a drug dealer. She teaches Tariq how to what? I think count books. But she teaches him how to manage his money in the drug game. She teaches him everything she knows about the drug game, leading Tariq to think she's the damn mastermind of the whole situation, right? So now he got this God complex with Tasha and this demon complex with his father, not understanding that your mother and your father did some right and some wrong. You hate your father for what? You hate your father because he wants to be happy? Would it be better for you if he stayed with your mom and was miserable every day and they was just arguing? Long as he's in the house, would that be better for you, little nigga? That's the question, right? Tasha turned Tariq into a son husband. Into a son husband. All the way up to the point now where Tariq is responsible for his family now, and he feels like I have to get the kind of power that is needed to where my enemies can't touch me. No one can get close to my family. I have to take care of my family and provide them with the life of luxury that they were used to while my dad was still around. Instead of Tasha just saying, look, your daddy's not going, you lost your trust fund, we're gonna have to adjust to life, I'll be all right. You tell me how bad of a parent is Ghost, okay? And then when it comes to Tariq killing Ghost, a lot of people feel like Tariq is justified for killing Ghost just because Ghost said, I'll take the charge for you, son. But guess what? Ghost wasn't about to take over the world when he made that promise. Here's the thing, right? For the greater good, instead of being a son husband, instead of being selfish, instead of being a coward, right? Because Tariq is the same person who didn't have to go kill Ray Ray. Yes, Ghost said I was going to take the charge for you if I had to, but now I'm about to take over the world. I'm about to become president of the United States, Tariq. You're going to have to take this charge. You're going to have to do your little bit of time in a club fed, you know what I'm saying, where you still going to be living comfortably and you're not going to have to deal with the hardships of Rikers Island and Coxsackie prison and Clinton and places like that. You're going to still live as luxury of a life you can live, and then you're going to come home, still be rich, still be able to live your life, and do all the things that you like to do, right? You come home, play your games, drink your lean if you want. But you're the person who got caught. Even though Ghost made a promise to take the charge for Tariq, here's the thing, right? Ghost never got caught red-handed for nothing that he did. Tariq, because he wanted to jump out the window, because he was pushed and encouraged to be the person who he was through his mama. He had some kind of sense of entitlement, oh, because you're not going to take this charge from me that I made the mistake of even putting myself in this position that put us both in this position. I made it so you even had to make this choice. And because you won't take this charge from me because I got caught, I'm going to kill you. That's what son husbands do. Tasha is a way worse parent than Ghost. Tasha made Tariq a damn son husband. And this is why he's so tender now. This is why he's getting crossed over 18 times by Effie and Diana. Because he's tender and he thinks that women can do almost no wrong. Like, share, come subscribe. Peace.